We're live.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I was going to dance. Yeah, I was going to dance, but I'm too late for that. I'd probably embarrass myself.
Yo, so wow, this is a different look. This is different for us.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, right?
It's a little different. So, if you guys are wondering who these awesome two new gentlemen are, this is Q and Keon from Smart Guyz.
Right.
Welcome everyone. Welcome.
What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening?
What's up? What's up?
And Phil's back from the dead. We can see Phil last episode. What's on, Phil?
What's going on, guys? So yeah.
Everyone's favorite Uncle Tom. All right. And we got and we got Grant. What's up, Grant?
Hey, Javon. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Looking handsome as always. All right. So, and there's me. What's up, guys? My name is Javon LeBlanc, and I'm your host today for Chill Tech Podcast Episode 3. And today's episode is going to be all Apple. I mean, majority all Apple. Majority.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, before you guys go ahead and start clicking that back button, we're gonna jump into some Android. But before I go into this, I want to know how everyone's doing, man. This is the first time I actually got someone from a different studio on board in our podcast. So Q, tell me about yourself, man. What's up, yo?
What's happening? I'm your boy Big Q, and I am from Platinum Sound Media, on YouTube, and I am one half of the dynamic duo known as Smart Guyz.
Well, that's good, man. And who's your partner in crime over here?
My name is Keon X. You guys have probably seen me around the internet somewhere. Again, I'm the other half of Smart Guyz. I also write for #Android. I'm on Twitter, Google Plus, everywhere, man.
Yo, that's what's up, man. And it's Phil. So Phil.
Yeah.
he's with Chill Tech, I guess. So yeah, guys. So any of you guys following the NFL draft or not draft, but free agency?
As a matter of fact, in honor of the NFL free agency day, I wore my Team Boy TV shirt today. See that? In honor of that.
And what's Team Boy?
Oh, my team? Carolina Panthers, man. I'm a Carolina Panthers guy. Charlotte, North Carolina.
There goes all our viewers.
I'm a Ravens guy myself, so I keep it local, but I've been a Ravens fan since '95.
But them Patriots though.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
But them Patriots though.
Oh boy.
But wait, what? Them Patriots though.
Oh boy. Grant, what's your team, Grant?
Oh, let's not put me in this one.
Peyton Manning and the Cowboys with the Denver Broncos.
No,
and Phil.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm not a fan of football.
Boy. So
it's okay. It's okay. I'm not that big into football, but I still have to watch the Patriots sometimes.
Yeah.
So Grant, what do you like?
Oh boy. Well, I don't want to scare away all your viewers. No, I'm a big golf guy.
Yeah,
I like golf. I like wrestling. Parkour. All that cool stuff.
You are an interesting individual. Grant.
You're for the extreme sports. That's what I like to do.
Like I know Grant. Grant likes extreme sport golf, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. People don't know, you gotta have that endurance and be in shape to play that golf.
I mean, yeah, you gotta stand all day. That's intensive, man.
Yeah, swing that putt, man.
Mm.
And everyone wants to know what Phil's favorite football team is. What's your team, Phil?
I am a diehard fan of the Arizona Cardinals, the greatest franchise in
look
the
like
NFL.
Hey, the Cardinals are all right. They're all right. They're pretty good.
They're great.
Hey.
I once used them in game day in 2001, and I won the game. So
wow.
they're the best.
Yeah. Hey, they were this close to being the first NFL team to play the Super Bowl in their own stadium. They were that close.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm pretty sure all of our viewers here, we're not here for football, and you guys aren't here for football. But if you do want to check out football, my man Q knows a place where you can check out all the sports stuff.
That's
Q,
right.
where is it at?
Go to YouTube. Go to Team Boy TV Turbo, the dopest live NFL show on YouTube. Check us out, man. We started up in July. I think we do our preseason stuff starting in July. And, yeah, just follow us there.
All right. So let's get into some tech talk, guys. Android 5.1 Lollipop. Finally, we have a stable version of Android Lollipop.
Wait, can I just ask a question here? Am I the only one rocking Android 5.1 right now?
I'm not.
I guess you are. I guess you are. But on what device? What device?
Nexus 5.
Nexus 5. Okay, see, that doesn't really count because who's really rocking Nexus 5 anymore?
Hey, I have a Nexus 6. It's just not on 5.1 right now. And all the cool people have Nexus 5. Just saying.
I have a Nexus 5 as well. But.
Wait a minute. You brought that up just to try to rub it in people's face?
Kind of. Pretty much.
So since you went ahead and did a flash early, like how is it running, man?
It runs just like Lollipop, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah?
I've personally never had any problems with Lollipop, but I don't know.
I wish I could say the same, man, but my Nexus 5 made me buy 1+1 after Lollipop because it was just oh my gosh, like hiccup, crash, restart, Wi-Fi won't connect. Oh my goodness.
You have a lot of problems that I have not had.
Well, I'm probably gonna go ahead and do a flash probably after the show.
Wait, you talking about? Oh, never mind. I got you. Don't worry. You should probably get a Nexus 6 though. I mean, it's the only device, really.
Oh yeah, the device everyone should have. Nexus 6.
Pretty much. Then we wouldn't have those like peasant problems like Q has where he's not on the top.
What you mean? Look. My 4.4.4 runs like a champ. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not updated.
Look, that's what I needed to do. I'm good. I'm good for that. Look, I'm not even really super excited for Lollipop. I mean, I see it on your phone and it looks awesome. I think on devices like that, like the Nexus devices and stuff, I think it works better. But like, I've seen it on some Samsung devices and. I mean, I don't really see anything that's like making me like, oh, I have to have it. You know what I mean?
Because Samsung has ruined the device.
Okay, moving on. Here we go. Moving on.
So some of the features for the 5.1 update were nothing spectacular, but to make it stable, they definitely fixed up the RAM leaks and the Wi-Fi drops. So I heard all that's been buttoned up and touched up well. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't like that it's only available to the Nexus 5, the Nexus 7 2012, and Nexus 10 right now. But
not the 2013 Nexus 7?
Nah, not yet, just 2012. So yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they did that, but I guess I heard that the 2012 Nexus 7 was like the worst performing device running Lollipop.
It is. When the Lollipop first came out, it really killed the Nexus 7, the original one.
Yeah. So we definitely don't want that to happen anymore. So if you have an Nexus 7, go ahead and flash it. If you don't know how to flash it, we'll leave a link in the description below to a video on how to do that. Let's see. We've got dual SIM support, and no one really in the U.S. has dual SIM too much, so that's good. That's good to have it. They polished up some material design. I heard in the lock screen and the pull-down menu. And they brought over voice LT for selected devices, mainly the Nexus 6. So, and I heard the Note 4 also has voice over LT supported as well, and Droid Turbo and stuff like that.
That's through the carrier though. That's not.
Yeah, I think it's only Verizon and T-Mobile that even supports.
Verizon for sure.
Yeah, because I know T-Mobile launched it first with the iPhone 6.
Yeah, they definitely did that. T-Mobile is a good carrier.
Hey, I love T-Mobile. I have T-Mobile myself.
Is that sarcasm or no? What is
it? He really does love T-Mobile. It's no joke. He's almost just as big of a T-Mobile fanboy as he is a Google fanboy. So it's like hand in hand for this guy. So, just saying.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. You find me a carrier that's gonna give me all the features that I have. Unlimited data, unlimited text, unlimited talk, all right, and give me no caps for my hotspot for under $60. You find me one, that's reliable and has fast LTE.
I can't say anything about fast LTE because T-Mobile only works in cities.
Yeah.
Well, in my area, I get really fast LTE. So.
Are you in the city or a metro area?
Yeah, I'm close to metro area.
Yeah. Unreliable.
and they're pink. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Pink
What does that mean?
Pink is a man's color. I wore pink last night. Pink's a man color.
Yeah, that's right. You let them know. Pink's a
Oh.
man color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guys from Smart Guyz. Pink is a man color.
Yeah, the first. Yeah, though.
Speaking of man colors, what about that gold MacBook? Was that a man color? That
You mean
gold
the
MacBook?
gold and white MacBook or the blue and black?
The blue and black one.
Listen, I think gold devices is just awful. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there's no way ever I would ever carry something like that. I mean, even with the Samsung S5 going, blah, you know.
I think.
I'm just not into it. I'm not digging it.
I think the best gold phone I've seen is the G3, and that's.
Yeah, that one looked okay, but it's still.
It's still just okay. It's not great.
I don't know. That gold HTC One M8 looks kind of nice. Because it has like the chamfered edges. Well, it's more like silver and gold, I guess. So.
You talking about the M9?
Yeah, M9. Yeah.
Hard to tell because they both look pretty similar.
Yeah. I mean,
you could easily get them confused. Okay.
Just look at the back of the phone. That's what you gotta do.
one has a crappy 20 megapixel super camera. The other one doesn't. Has a
You got
crappy.
serial numbers to tell them apart. You got to look at serial numbers. That's the only thing that makes them different.
So this MacBook, man. Apple event was yesterday, and they launched some MacBooks. They launched a wearable. They relaunched their own Apple TV. You know, Keon has his iPad there. I'm not bringing out any Apple devices right now because I'm not getting up. But yeah, man, this has been like the most buzz. Well, first of all,
can I have permission to speak freely?
Oh yes.
Oh God.
All right, guys, buckle up.
Okay, I had to ask first, okay? Okay, that's what I'm saying, right? Listen, everything that I saw, and I didn't really see it, Keon was shoving it in my face, but it was all desperation, man. Like they were desperately looking at what Android Wear is doing with this watch. We'll talk about the watch, but I'm saying desperation stuff. You look at this MacBook, it's a desperate ploy to go after the customers that they lost to the Microsoft Surface. It's clear, And the thing is a piece of crap, right? And they want $1,300 for this thing? You can't even hang on? Are you serious?
Are you suggesting that Apple is crap? I mean, I just want to hear this from your words.
Yes,
no, he's not suggesting that. That's his statement.
So Brent.
I think it would be safer to not call it Apple. I think it would be better to call it Crapple.
That's
oh
right.
My God. Oh my God.
So Brent.
Tell me what's awesome about a 480p FaceTime camera. What is that about?
Oh, first of all, 480p is like the new HD, man.
Okay.
That's the new 720. That's the new 720.
15-year-old technology. That's terrible. Come on, man.
Doesn't matter. There's tons of people that will still buy it just because it's Apple.
Wow.
Well,
Just because.
So our viewers can know. Let's go over some of the specs right now that the MacBook has. So Apple launched a MacBook in 3 different colors. This is their super thin, super light device, like less than 2 pounds. It comes in silver, gold, space gray. It starts off at $1,299, and it goes up to about $1,600. And it comes with a beautiful, people say, gorgeous Retina display.
Where did Keon go?
His camera is kind of
huge Retina display. Continue, Javon.
It's a 2304 by 1440 resolution. It's kind of an odd resolution right there. It's kind of which is goes to why I'm going to say later on that it looks more like a tablet than a computer, but has a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. Comes with a Intel Core M, and some people get this confused with like the Yoga Core M, but the Yoga Core M came with the i5M version. This is just a Core M. This is almost like an overclocked Intel.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It is a Chromebook running Apple OS. That's what it is.
If I had a
If the
applause button,
Chromebook can run Linux, then the Chromebook can run Mac. It's almost the same thing.
exactly. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a Chromebook Pixel, but Apple's version on it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at 1.1 to a 1.2 gigahertz Core M overclocked Intel Atom chip, in my opinion. Processor. It's a 5-watt processor, so it doesn't need like tons of power, so it doesn't need any fans. But you can't do anything with it. So I'm putting it out there. It's only good for like surfing the web and like Facebook and.
Wrong. Oh,
yeah, we'll go into that. We'll go into this. It comes with 8 gigabytes of fixed storage, no upgradable. Comes with 256, or you can get it in a configuration to 512 PCIe Express storage. It has built-in HD graphics of 5300, and it comes with a whole bunch of other jazz and Wi-Fi stuff. But what's really interesting to most people is that it comes with one port, and this particular port
is the most disappointing thing ever.
Is the USB-C type port. Now this is going to be the standard in the upcoming years for computers. Every computer.
Says who? Not says Apple.
Says
technology.
Says technology. Every computer, I promise you, from now on, will have at least one USB-C port.
No, I don't agree with every single one.
Every major Ultrabook will come with at least one.
So what I'm saying, Apple said FireWire was going to be the standard, didn't they? See how that turned out, right? They said mini DisplayPort or Thunderbolt was going to be the standard.
But it has. Thunderbolt has adopted.
What about mini DVI? What happened with that? I'm just saying. Right?
No, I feel like USB-C is going to catch on. Maybe not as fast as every single one starting today on. It definitely catch on because it is very powerful and useful. I just don't think it should be the only port on any device.
Hold on, I'm going to bring a new approach to this. Tell me about this. What does it do? Why is it different?
Think of a lightning cable. Think of a lightning adapter or lightning cable, what you would see on the bottom of an iPhone 5 or 6. Right. That is in the computer. That charges the computer. That you can make it a USB or HDMI. That's everything all in one. You could flip it over. You can put it in any way. So you don't have to worry about
power, data transport, all of that.
Yeah.
It does everything in one port.
Does it have the same specifications as something like an HDMI cable? So it have the same transfer rates and all that stuff?
Yeah. Well, it's like a display out in terms of because it's more powerful than a regular HDMI because it does 1.2B, so you can support up to 4K with the natively with the USB-C. But I think the biggest problem with everyone is that Apple wants to sell you an octopus computer because the only way for this computer to be any type of functional is to have dongles and adapters because you only have one port.
And the only thing is you can't charge and use USB at the same time, which is gross.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know they'll have a multiple port, kind of like the
They do. They have an adapter. It's $80.
Yeah,
$80.
Every adapter so far is $80.
Your problem, because guess who ain't gonna buy one of those? See, that's gonna be something that you got to deal with.
I'm not buying the MacBook. I think the MacBook's gross and disgusting. And
the one thing I've noticed about Apple and their laptops, they keep getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And there is a reason. You know why? They're making them so thin that eventually you can put it back in the envelope and send it back to Apple.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
If we can go back for 1 second though, because what was the clock speed on this thing again that you mentioned? Because I want to ask.
The clock speed
1.1 to 1.2 gigahertz.
Okay.
Yeah, and it overclocks to about 2 gigahertz.
All right, Keon. And then when Javon said that you can't do anything on it, you objected. Now I want to know what you're talking about. Okay, because I'm a creative type, and you know me now.
No. He said that the only thing you could be able to do is surf the web, browse emails, whatsoever. Yeah. I disagree with that. I don't disagree with, you might not be able to, in a realistic, super fast time frame, make a video or whatever, but you can still edit videos, edit photos. You can still do programming type of, engineering type stuff. It might not be as fast as, say, a MacBook Pro Retina. But have you seen mobile reviews? She did a review a while back on the Yoga that had the Core i5 version M, and that one was also fanless, right? But the issue with that is because when you render video natively for that computer at 1080p, this is a higher than 1080p display.
Well, and natively, the other Pro is too.
Yeah, it thermal throttles the processor. So you already have a 1 gigahertz processor.
Like I said, I'm not saying you can do it fast. I'm saying you could do it.
But is it even worth it knowing that you're gonna heat your machine up to a point where it's almost unbearable because you have aluminum that's getting hot with no fan.
Okay, and then
cell phones that run faster than 1.8 gigahertz. Dude, I got one sitting right there.
I know, but then one of you guys, I don't know which one, said it was like basically a Chromebook. Chromebooks are great. You can do a lot of things with them, but Chromebooks aren't main computers. So maybe this is like a MacBook that's not a main MacBook. This is your
$100.
Exactly. You're selling this higher than
start at 800. It starts at 800. I mean, I don't know what you guys expect from Apple. This is where their prices start.
But check this out, right? The MacBook Air is a U processor, which is a much more powerful processor for less money than what you're getting for this. So, and that's a real computer.
I mean, I have a MacBook Air and I love it.
Yeah, so a real computer MacBook Air for less money than this $1,300 Apple Chromebook. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but remember, you compared it to the Chromebook Pixel. The Chromebook Pixel is $1,300,
right,
and it's a
exactly.
Chromebook still.
And look where that's at.
I'm just saying.
So, how many did they sell? Like 2, right?
No, well, they gave away a lot.
So they gave a whole bunch of them away to IO. That's what they did.
So I don't know. I would bought one.
So they're claiming that this one has. Now, I will say this: some technologies in here are pretty innovative. Starting with the battery, so they can't put a normal battery cell in there. So they have sheet stack batteries in there. So they pretty much have a really small logic board, and then filled the rest of the computer up with sheet stack batteries. They're claiming to get about 9 hours of screen on time. I want to get hands on that, see if it's actually 9 hours, because I'm calling BS.
Once you put Chrome on that, it cuts that in half.
Yeah. So
what are you going to be doing on that piece of crap for 9 hours anyway?
Oh my God!
So they also have this new Apple Force Touch trackpad that they're calling. That's it's essentially a flat sheet of metal. It's not a traditional mechanical touchpad. So it has a capacitive layer inside that where if you touch the touchpad, it gives you a haptic feedback to allow you to feel like you're using a traditional trackpad, but it's not a traditional trackpad. What do you guys think about this?
I think Q. I thought that this would be one of the things that you would rate highest on Apple. Not saying that you'd like it because you don't like Apple, but if you could rate them, this would be one of the top things because it's
like why?
Because it's good for how you like the Surface, how you can do pressure sensitivity. This incorporates pressure sensitivity. So I mean, maybe that's
in the wrong way.
I'm just saying though that this is something that I don't know. Pressure sensitivity is one of your things. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't care about it.
Let me pretend to be excited about it. All right.
I actually have a question. A few of you guys are saying that you can't do anything with it, or that it's not as powerful as some other devices. But for like a normal guy like me, who uses my what do I have? An Ultrabook or something?
Yeah, you have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I use it for homework, Netflix, and a few other things. So I don't really go that deep with my technology.
So I don't have $1,300.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm getting to. But for the people who would already spend that much money for the Apple product anyway, and now it's thinner, which a lot of people equate to being better, I think they're just going to buy it just because it's a very thin device and it's got the Apple logo on it.
Yeah, I do not disagree with that at all. I mean, they're going to sell them. Ain't no doubt about that. I feel sorry for the poor.
I don't know. I feel like this could probably be this may be their lowest selling Mac computer ever.
I doubt that.
Besides, here's the thing, right? If you're going based on the pure aesthetics, then the person who walks in the store and and they're like, oh, it looks so good, I'm gonna buy it. Because it looks. Once they talk to that Apple genius, or once they go to a Best Buy and they talk to somebody from Best Buy, and that guy is like, hey, this MacBook Pro is the same exact price. It looks really good. It can do all this stuff and more, and you have ports.
No, Jovan, I don't. Whenever you worked at a retail store, I don't know if you worked in the IT part or the selling part. I don't remember which one you said.
I worked in each one.
So you were in the IT part. Yeah. So you didn't do a lot of hands-on selling, I'm guessing.
Well, every now and then with the coach.
Every now and then. People will come into a store and be like, that's pretty, I want it.
Yep.
You have to talk them out of something like that. And some stores are working, commission. So if I was working a commission sale, somebody comes in, they want to buy the MacBook just because it looks pretty and it does somewhat of what they want to do, even though they can spend their money on something else and have a better computer. If this is what they want, I'm going to sell it to them. I mean...
Okay, so here's the thing. You're going to sell it to them. They're going to go home. They're going to plug in their hard drive. Oh, It doesn't work because it's USB-C. And then they're like, oh, let me plug in my monitor. Oh, it doesn't work either.
Well,
watch Netflix. Oh, it doesn't work.
Keon did his job, right?
No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying if I was like trying to get commission or something,
That's what I'm saying. If you did your job, because you weren't about it coming back to the store because the customer was upset about it. But if you did what you're supposed to do at the store, look, Javon, if you go into a store, no matter what kind of store it is, and you see something that you want, you're going to buy it. Only thing the salesperson got to do is just encourage your decision. That's all they got to do. Like, hey, I see you looking at blah, blah, blah. It does this, that, and the third. And you'll be very thorough and saying, hey, listen, you're going to need new hard drives. You're going to need new cables. Here go a bunch of dongles over here I can sell you.
People buy it, dude.
Well, a lot of people, they come to YouTube and they look at these reviews before they buy nowadays. So, I mean, so far from the consensus of everyone besides The Verge, everyone's like not really feeling this computer at the price point. If Apple would have sold this computer at $599, it would sell like hotcakes.
I think they need to drop it down lower than that. It should be in Chromebook prices.
And then knowing Apple knows how to sell. They don't even have to really do anything because, as you can see in a lot of their tech like conferences and whatever, they're not going to tell you numbers. They're going to be like, "This is faster. This is beautiful. This is great." You don't even know what the numbers are. I mean, it's not really a lie. It's just
they openly lie. Come on now.
They're describing the product.
I think I understand what Keon's saying. You spend more in marketing than they would on something like making the processor actually better.
But listen to this, Jovan, though, right? So, I said it should be somewhere around Chromebook prices, right? Maybe slightly higher, maybe like about $50, right? $350, somewhere around in there.
It depends on the Chromebook. It depends on the Chromebook because
this is the reason why I'm saying that, right? Because if they're trying to increase their presence, they are pretty popular, right? Yeah. But there's some people like me who are not going to do it, right? Because I think the whole idea it's a long story, right? But I'm not going to do it. But if they trying to get people in at that entry level, you buy this little Chromebook style MacBook, and then next thing you know, you like it, right? Then you buy an iPhone, then you buy an iPad, and now you're in there, right?
Right, exactly.
I don't know.
But here's the thing: people always forget that Apple doesn't have a huge market share in the computer space. They have a larger market share than other than other similar OS competitors, right. But their two highest selling computers is the Mac Mini and the MacBook Air.
Right. Well, the two things I got.
You know what I'm saying? Well, think about it, right? The MacBook Pros from $700 and plus are very, very small in market share compared to the other computers. So this is kind of sitting lower in spec-wise and functionality than a MacBook Air, but at a higher price tag. And this would be okay if they got rid of the MacBook Air all in all, but they didn't. They upgraded it. So this is going to be a problem for Apple because now you have companies like all the different carriers that are working on Chrome OSs. You have Microsoft who may release a Surface Mini and a Surface.
They've been talking about that for 2
years. Whatever. or whatever. But there's manufacturers that are making better computers at cheaper prices that can do more that are looking really good. Before a lot of Windows computers look ugly. Now they look really good.
Yeah.
That happens now, though. So
and then now you have the most popular Ultrabook is the Dell XPS 13 2015 version.
Yeah.
That's going to be at Best Buy right next to the across the stand from the Apple computers on a little wooden table. You're going to have the Dell XPS, and they're sitting at the same price point. What are you going to buy? Thin and light. They're
going to buy Apple because Apple people buy Apple, and people who don't know Apple know the reputation behind Apple, and they're going to be like, I guess I should get an Apple.
That's very true.
You're comparing Apple to like all the Windows manufacturers, which is what a lot of people do. But this is what Apple does. They'll say, "Oh, my MacBook is better than Dell." They'll find one company because they probably are better than that one company, not better than Windows in general. And I mean, people will still buy it because they have that reputation behind them.
Yeah.
And then all the products they sell now that are more expensive and less performing, namely some iPhones. I will say some iPhones, but they still sell millions more iPhones than they will sell a Galaxy S5 or a Note 4. Maybe not all of Android, but.
So if we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give a honest opinion to our viewers, all right? Are we telling someone that if you have the MacBook compared to a Chromebook, and when I say MacBook, I mean someone who needs a MacBook in terms of what a MacBook can offer you in terms of functionality. You have a Chromebook and you have the Dell XPS, right? And let's say you have a high-end Chromebook. Let's go ahead and call it the Pixel, right? Everything's in the same price bracket, all right? What do we honestly tell our viewers to buy? Like, if we have to give them out of that option, which one would you pick?
MacBook.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It would depend on that person, right? You know what I mean? Like if they are Apple people, I'm gonna show them the MacBook first, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they have no idea of what they want, right? They never had a Mac, and maybe they like me and they use desktop PCs most of the time, and they never really had a laptop before. I might not show them that Mac. You know what I mean? I might show them something else first. I might show them that Dell first. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not going to show them no Chromebook for
Q, can I ask a question on there? Which would you offer less, a Chromebook or a MacBook?
Oh, you put me on the spot.
I'm confused on which one you don't like more.
Who said I didn't like a Chromebook? I'm just saying you can't do nothing on a Chromebook. That's what I'm saying. So for most people, for most people, and a lot of times I get caught up because I do so much creative stuff that those type of devices will not work for me. And I think, like, what are people doing with their machines, right? And then I realized that people just sitting around, on Twitter, on Facebook playing Farmville, you know what I mean? Doing stuff like that, and then I realized, okay, well, maybe the Chromebook is nice. I mean, maybe it is, but which one would I offer less? Probably the Chromebook, because I think you can get more functionality out of a MacBook. I think so, even though I'm never going to use one. But yeah,
So, is this going to be, before we wrap up the MacBook talk, is this going to be Apple's best-selling MacBook computer?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Nope. Okay.
They're going to be king.
Before we wrap up the MacBook talk, can I just say that they did update the MacBook Airs and MacBook Pros, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Actually, we can go ahead and we can talk about some of that. So they did upgrade the rest of their Apple lineup. They put in 5th generation processors into all of them. Broadwell, so they all have better battery efficiency. They also have less thermal take, so it doesn't get as hot as fast. And on top of that, they also increased the turbo boosting. And they also went ahead and they increased the same. What's it called? What's the word for the new trackpad? I hate the name. It's like Force Touch. The Force Touch.
Baby.
So I know they're gonna get a lawsuit from Disney soon. But they have the Force Touch trackpad in all their new MacBook lineups, and I think that's about it, right?
Did they add the individual LEDs to the new MacBooks?
I thought that's supposed to be biometrics in there too.
Was it biometrics? Honestly,
they did not put biometrics in there. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch the event. I'm just saying that's what I read. That they're supposed to put biometrics in the new computer.
I thought they were going to put a Touch ID in the MacBooks, but
no, nobody wants that.
I guess not. I guess it's not going to happen.
Nobody wants.
So the new upgrades to the MacBooks, is it worth? If you have a MacBook now,
yes,
is it worth upgrading?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
It is.
If it's more than
which is why I'm going to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a 2014 MacBook Pro 13 Retina fully loaded.
No, not for you. No.
So you're telling me that I shouldn't go on and get the equivalent version with the i5 with the 5th generation processor?
I don't see what major difference it's going to give you.
Okay, so where's the cutoff point to where someone should upgrade their MacBook?
Anything before last year.
Anything before last year? Okay. So even the 2013 version?
I mean, if you get anything fully loaded, I don't see why you're upgrading anytime soon.
Yeah, that thing should have some legs on it, man.
Hey.
But if you're buying something out of the store, then yeah, I could see you upgrading every 3 years, maybe every 2 years if you're weird. I don't know.
Hey, that's why you're the smart guys, all right? We're just chill, but you guys are the smart guys. So. So the next big topic on Apple's Super Spring Forward event was the critically acclaimed Apple Watch.
Or the doom from the start Apple Watch, right? Oh man, now you talking about something that's going to be a disappointment to Apple, or something that's going to be a blemish on their legacy? Yeah. You looking at it right
here?
Yeah. Yes.
First of all, do you think this is going to be worse than the Apple Newton, or?
I don't know what it is.
Maybe not that bad, because we're in a different time. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually don't think it's going to be terrible as far as sales go, not as far as product. Because I had a customer come in yesterday while the event was technically still running. It was like at the end of the event, but he asked me if we already had pre-orders up for the device.
I was beside you when that guy came in, and I had to keep myself from falling apart. Because oh my god!
Like the event hadn't ended yet. He was just like, "Yo, do you got that pre-order stuff?" I was like, "Dude, they just told the world about it."
Yo,
so what is the Apple Watch?
Work too, right? He worked at a restaurant next door, right? He was still in his like work clothes. He like must have snuck out to come over here and see if we had breakfast.
And then there's a coworker that we have that already says they're going to get the sport edition. So sales wise, I don't know.
Boy. So for people who don't know, what is all this sports edition stuff and all this different Apple? What is the Apple Watch? First of all, what is the Apple Watch?
Apple's smartwatch.
So what does this do? Like, I don't understand.
Well, hold on. Well, somebody, you guys talk over each other. Grant, what were you saying?
Do you want like a sarcastic response, or do you want the actual realistic approach of what it is?
Sarcasm.
All right, I'll do the sarcastic one first. The Apple Watch is an attempt to make a smaller phone and put it on your wrist. And have you seen like what they do with their phones? Basically, you have like the iPhone, but then what happens is someone kind of fat sat on the iPhone and it turned into the iPad. Now they're just shrinking it again to go right under your wrist. I don't understand some of the logic they have behind this. They're like, oh, but you can have Google Maps. I mean, Apple Maps on your phone. On your watch, kind of like how you can do that on your phone already. That doesn't make any sense. You have like this 1-inch screen. No one wants to look at this to look on the map, you know?
I feel like Apple hasn't gotten to the point where they know what smartwatches they yet. Google,
I agree.
Google watched over Pebble and saw what they did with the smartwatch and all the other faux smartwatches and put out Android Wear, which is not like you can have an app on your Android Wear smartwatch and it's not a full app. It is like just a part of the app. Where it's Apple, they have their Apple Watch. You can do everything that you would normally do on your phone. You can do on your watch. I feel like that's too much.
Yeah.
Right. So the Apple Watch, I hear, has, in terms of spec wise, I heard it has 8 gigabytes of flash storage built in because I heard it has a super retina display. What is it? What is it? A retina watch display? I was like,
wait. What is retina? Is retina like a category?
Retina's a marketing term to the fullest.
Does retina mean HD? Like, what is retina?
Retina holds about as much weight in the tech world as 5K. These are made up things, right? It doesn't exist, okay? You can't just
put out a 5K monitor.
No. They put out something that they call a 5K monitor, right? There's no such thing. Digital resolutions don't come in odd numbers, dude. It don't work that way. I don't know why Apple ain't caught on to that. They're supposed to be a tech company. You know what I mean?
Because I see sometimes Retina on like an SD screen or Retina on like a 2K screen. So like, where is Retina? That's what I want to know.
Well, all I want to know is that is the FaceTime camera on the MacBook, is that a Retina HD cam? That's what I want to know. If that's Retina, then I'm all in. So.
It's probably got a 480p FaceTime camera. You know? Right. That's what it's probably got.
So it has a Retina display. It's super light, super thin, blah blah blah. That's always Apple's moniker. It's slightly water resistant. Allows you for submersion up to 3 feet for 30 minutes. It doesn't have dust resistance. It has it does have Wi-Fi. Okay, it has Wi-Fi, has Bluetooth 4.0 and all this other jazz. And it's essentially a smartwatch like the Pebble and Android Wear, but not necessarily in functionality, but in form factor and what it does. But what makes this watch so interesting, and people talking about it a lot, is that the price point for the male version, or the quote-unquote male version, the bigger screen version, starts at $399 up to $17,000.
Yep.
Or you go for the female version, which people call it, the female version, because it's a smaller display for a daintier wrists. Oh. That starts at $350 to $10,000.
And wait.
Okay, I need to. When you told me that, I thought it was a typo.
No, he's correct.
So, with this not being a typo, I need some justification. Like right now.
Well, that's what I'm getting ready to ask, right? So check this out, Phil, Javon, Keon, Grant. Are y'all really biting this? Are y'all really falling for this nonsense? Do you really believe that these people are gonna sell a watch for that price.
Yes.
No. I'm more afraid that people will actually buy it.
Yes. People will buy that.
Knowing Apple, they might buy it.
It's never gonna happen.
No,
it's never
cute, because there are Android smartphones out there running like 3.2 made
like the
from
Ferrari.
like the Ferrari or the Rolex one or whatever. They range from $6,000 for a phone, which granted is still less than the Apple Watch, but like people, they're probably made to order. Of course, they're not making like more of these to lose money. So I mean, yeah, they'll probably sell like 3 of them. That's all they need to sell.
Right, but you throw that on there to add prestige and merit to it, right? You say, oh, yeah, we got one that's 14 karat gold, however many carats it is.
18.
And it's 17 grand, right? that adds value, and that adds prestige to your product, right? Even if you never, you're going to buy the $400 one, because ain't nobody thinking about spending no more than that for no smartwatch, right? But just thinking about
that's the sports edition. That's the poor people edition.
Well, I'm saying there's a version of this that costs 17 grand.
Watch C.
It's fake, man.
Everyone knows that the more expensive your Apple Watch, the faster the data or whatever.
Absolutely, right?
Time goes on faster. Did you realize that? Yeah.
Me and my friend were talking about this yesterday, because he's like a watch guy. He likes watches. I don't really care. I like smartwatches, but whatever. So he said $10,000 buys him a Rolex, but that Rolex is going to last generations. He's going to pass it down to his kids, and his kids are going to pass it down to their kids. You buy a $10,000 Apple Watch, next year the Apple Watch 2 comes out, and you lose support for your $10,000, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And nobody going to buy it.
Well, right. Swiss watches, Rolexes, they're actual like time-centric interpieces. Like they use solar and lunar time, so they're like they're really really like fancy. They're made with all premium materials.
They're worth the money. Okay.
Exactly. Well, you can trade them in for a car.
That's right.
You're watching for a car. You can't trade an Apple Watch. It costs the price of a car, but you can't like trade it in for a car.
Listen, this thing is gonna fail, and this thing is gonna fail hard. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there are people like Motorola, like LG, like Asus. I saw you saw the Asus Zen watch. I like that one. It's nice, right? These people have pretty much they pushing the envelope with the technology that these watches can do. Meanwhile, Apple is telling their developers to limit the technology they put in this thing because it can't handle it, right? So if you're already scaling back the amount of tech that you're putting in the thing, that's putting a shelf life on it already, right? People are only going to buy it for the novelty.
Q, you always talk about limiting technology. Yeah. Not everybody is, the 5 of us. Everybody doesn't need what we need.
So why buy a smartwatch then? Buy a Swatch, whatever the places we call
back. Hold on, I have an idea to run by you. You saw that flexible screen that Samsung released by Youm Displays, where the screen was literally like paper thin.
Right.
Why are they trying to make the watch solely independent from the phone? They have something like this. Can you imagine walking around having an actual screen like this?
No, that's gross.
I'd throw money at my screen and be like, "Give me some of those."
I don't think it's.
Shut up and take my money. Then you can have like Bluetooth. Something with your phone is just as fast, or even faster.
Where would everything go?
Yeah, the whole point of having a smartphone is because you want technology on your wrist. That's the point, right?
Yes,
no,
right.
Because
if you don't want the watch to give you the weather, the maps, the emails, the freaking text messages, the Google Plus Hangouts, if you don't want it to do this, then you need to go and buy a different kind of watch. Get a dumb watch or a regular watch. Okay?
But one of Apple's monikers are it just works. You know why it just works? Because they're not doing anything risky. They're doing things that they know are already stable and it's going to work.
Which is what they did last year. That's what they do.
Because people will buy it because they know, oh, this already worked because we've been working on it for 10 years and it's not new anymore. It's new to me.
Their logic on this is it's not broke, so why fix it?
I like that. But it's no, in my opinion, it's pointless, Keon. If it don't do nothing, I ain't spending my money on it. Okay.
You're a tech guy. You're a guy who likes new tech.
Even if I was my mama, let's just say I was somebody like my mama, right? And I was thinking about getting a smartwatch because I wanted to do something simple like track my steps, right? When I'm walking around the park, right?
Mm-hmm. You can
why? That's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't I just buy something that I know for a fact does it better, right?
Because if you're looking at Apple Watch, you want it to do a lot of things. You just want it to work, though.
Oh, you sound very, very, very contradictive right now.
No, I said you just want it to work. You still wanted to do it more than one thing, though. But you just want it to work. I don't know.
Okay.
So we'll check this out. All right, so we're trying to debate over whether the price is worth it or not. But I heard that Apple is actually going to put the highest Apple Watch Edition watch. The naming is horrible. This is the worst naming ever for Apple, but they're putting this Watch Edition watch or Apple Edition watch edition.
The edition.
The gold watch. They're putting that on tons of celebrities. They're putting it on rock bands and hip hop artists.
That's what you do.
Marketing.
And they said they're guaranteeing that they're going to push the highest end model.
No.
Are we going to see kids in high school with a $10,000 watch?
No, because they're going to get robbed, and I'm going to be the one to rob them.
But yeah, the celebs though, yes, they would rock it because all it takes is one celebrity to do something stupid, right? Like the first celebrity that went to Jacob, the jeweler who was real popular back in the '90s, right, which I might not know about.
I know Jacob jeweler.
The first guy to go to Jacob. Now all of a sudden, Jacob is the man. He shows up in music videos and stuff now, right? But where is he now, right? He doesn't stay on fool with him no more, right? That's the point I make. You put it. That's a good move by Apple. I mean, I would give it to celebrity. I wouldn't even make them pay for it. I would just give it.
What I'm wondering is, which version are they putting in stores? Like that, because they have the MacBooks that they just put the base model. Are they just putting the base model of each version in stores, or?
Yeah, I heard they're going to put the base models originally for the $399, $349 respectively, and then the $1,000 Apple Watch.
The regular one.
The regular one. And both models. So the $599 and the $1,000 one will also be in stores. And I heard the highest Apple Watch Edition will only be in selected retail. And I know they didn't want to say it out loud, but I'm going to say that for them. They're not going to put it in any ghetto neighborhoods.
They're going to put it in Apple stores. That's all.
Yeah, because they said it so like really, like there was he was like in only select particular regions that we see that it's necessary to put the watch in. Like,
I know that I'm never gonna see one at my store. I know that.
No Best Buy would that be?
It would not happen. But I don't know. I don't think it's a good look. I mean, I think it's good for them to try to play in that space that they know they're not really good at. But hey, you leave money on the table if you don't try, right?
Right. And I feel like they're trying to do something that's different, but I think they're going so different that they're actually being stupid, and they're not seeing that Android Wear is here, and if Android Wear has the chance to not feel pressure to do something different, because Apple is changing the game, then Android Wear is going to have a chance to take a lead for once, and this would be huge because now, as of right now,
smartwatch, I'm thinking of an Android Wear watch. It's the top of the crap for me.
Because right now you only have an Android watch with an Android phone. Can we have an Apple Watch with an Apple phone?
For now.
I do hear the rumors that there will be an Android Wear watch for both devices.
I mean, you can get the 360 to work on the iPhones. So.
Oh yeah.
But watch what happens when they make it official, though. It's gonna shut that little iWatch completely down.
Yeah, definitely.
Really cute. We have people saying, "Oh, I need the Apple version of this case or the Apple version of this cord," because LifeProof cases only work with the Apple cords. They don't work with any other cords. So you're still gonna have some of the people be like, "I need the Apple Watch for my Apple phone."
Yeah, they'll be like that until somebody showed them, like, hey, listen, I got a 360 right here. I have an iPhone 6 Plus. They're like, what? Yeah. That's the one I really wanted anyway. Yeah, let's get that.
What I've noticed with Apple, it's not so much about the products, it's more about the fashion statement. They have the UGG boots, Starbucks, the iPhone,
the Beats. The Beats.
And so, what I did once.
Best Buy discount.
That's right. And those are probably not the Apple ones. Those are probably the real Dr. Dre ones, right?
Yeah.
How old are they?
The first edition. These are 2 years old.
Okay, good. You get one. You did with me. That's right.
What were you saying about
what I did was at high school. I took one of my friend's Note 4s and put it up right up to the iPhone 6, and we were comparing some things. They were like, "Oh man, the iPhone's so much better just because it's an iPhone." I was like, "Okay, well, what are some of the specs about it? Give me some, like, what's the processor they use, megapixel of the camera, yada yada." They don't know. They just
that's not the audience. That's not the Apple audience. The Apple audience doesn't worry about that stuff.
The way they do that.
Yeah.
Step up the game with that.
Apple is smart, especially with their marketing skills.
Oh yes, they're good.
Yeah, they put all their money into marketing, and then they put it into manufacturing.
Yeah. But hey, listen, why? If you're still making the same amount of money, I guess.
Well, it's going to slow down eventually. It's going to. Yeah. I feel like eventually things have to come. It's the same thing that BlackBerry was doing for the longest time. I'm not comparing Apple to BlackBerry, but just in terms of marketing strategies. You know, oh, it works, it works, it works, it works, and they're still doing that. Look at it, you know, BlackBerry's dead, and they're still throwing out, you know, Q10s and Z10s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, but for the first time ever, like, I really feel like Apple is chasing. I feel like they're I feel like they're chasing. I think they're playing catch up, and it's. I know Apple people don't like to hear us say that, but that's what it feels like to me. You know, like
it is, and that's exactly why I'm going to bring up for the next part of this topic. Also, the last big thing that they announced was the Apple TV, because when you said that Apple's playing catch up, I felt like last year when they announced the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, that, hey, they're playing catch up, because there's no way that you're telling me that you're deliberately adding, you know, Kit Kat and Jelly Bean features, and you're putting in particular Samsung features into your phones. And now they're giving you, for Apple TV, they announced that they're dropping the price to $69 from their $100 fee. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe we're about to hear a new Apple TV, which everyone's been talking about for the longest time. No. Keon says, if it works, it works, right? They'll sit on old hardware.
So it's the same one?
Yeah, it's the same exact one.
Same exact to the T. And this is how old it actually is. It runs the Apple A5 chip, which is found in the iPad 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like 3 years old.
Yeah.
They did add a new app though, so hey.
Oh, well, right. So this iPad, you know, this Apple TV, we don't have to go into specs too much and what it does, because most people here listening already have an Apple TV. I have an Apple TV. I have a Nexus player. But because I got the Nexus player, my Apple TV has never been plugged in, and it's going to be sold.
What?
but I want to talk about the Apple TV. Was this a good move from Apple to drop the price?
Yes, absolutely.
Because there's too many people playing in that space right now. Amazon is there. You know, people like Roku have always been there. There's Roku. There's Sony. All these streaming devices. Yes, because they couldn't compete, right? Now the thing is though, I never really saw any reason to spend $100 for Apple TV. I never saw it, right? Mm-hmm. But there was one thing that the Apple TV can do that none of these other ones can, which I don't know.
Mirroring.
Huh?
What do you think? I was just like desktop mirroring.
Yeah. So I think that's cool, right? Because I wish my Microsoft one does do that, but it doesn't do the Chromecast thing. You know what I mean? So like, I like the Chromecast, but I don't like the fact that the Chromecast can't mirror, right? I love everything else about it. Yeah.
There's an application in in the Chrome store that allows you to mirror your desktop. Yeah.
There's a lot of third-party applications to do this.
And that's what I use. It gives me the same exact feature. That's why I felt. But this is before I bought a Chromecast. I had an Apple TV, so I had a Chromecast. You know, after that, and I started slowly leaving the Apple TV. You know, I only have 2 HDMI plugs in my TV, so I was slowly starting unplugging the Apple TV with the Chromecast. But it wasn't until the Nexus player came in, till I, you know, gave you that full put it back in the box, put it back in the closet type of ordeal.
You could send that to me, by the way, just saying.
But send that to you because
a lot of people, like you were saying, a lot of people come in and say, "Hey, I want to see what's on my computer on my TV, but I don't want cords, blah 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 blah." And we're like, the only thing you could really do is an Apple TV, and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, let me see it." Oh, wait, $100? I mean, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, my cable's at, bruh.
Exactly. You know, but I feel like though this was a great competitive move to stay relevant in the video streaming department, I don't feel like not giving some sort of refresh to specs to it, because a lot of these people now are cutting the cord. In terms of cable, and now I have people who buy Apple TVs, that is their primary multimedia device in the living room.
Yeah,
and it's kind of weird.
Well, like what if you don't want to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation, and you want to game on your Apple TV, and then on top of that you want to go ahead and you want to have it for all of your TV content, and you have it for Netflix.
There's devices for that. Like we talked about it on Smart Guyz a couple weeks ago. Keon was all excited about it, but there are devices like that. Yeah, but I remember a conversation that you were having with some people in our little chats and stuff. That talking about people cutting the cords and wanting to rely on streaming devices. By the time you pay for all these services and stuff, you pay probably more than what you would have paid if you just kept your cable, right?
Exactly.
No, you need like 2. You need Netflix and Hulu, and maybe if you watch like HBO.
You need that, okay? You need that. there's people have different interests, man.
No, but I'm saying like Netflix does a lot of stuff, and then Hulu does all their TV. That's $15 a month, which, by the way, is the price of HBO now. I don't know. HBO, man, I can't.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah. My lady, she wants to cut the cord eventually. So we're going over breakdowns, and we're like, hey, what are the costs? What are the cost benefits to getting rid of FiOS? Because we get the bundled cable and internet, all that stuff, and we're like, oh, so it's $15 because she loves Game of Thrones. So we're like $15 for the HBO Now. Then it's additional $10 for Netflix, $10 for Hulu Plus, and then but she likes Discovery Channel and she likes all those other type of shows. So we're like, oh, we're going to get Sling TV. I never used Sling TV before, but I heard they have all this stuff. So that's Sling TV.
But
that's
so
$20.
Apple TV every app.
But here's the thing, right? So then you're looking at this, right? And then you're like, okay, so we're looking about just $50, $60 just in terms of content. Then we're like, oh.
But that sounds like you're trying to get all of what's cable. A lot of people who do the cutting the cord thing, they say, oh, I only watch like 3 or 4 channels, so I only need just like 1 or 2 services. And for people like us, we could just do some non-ethical ways of getting our content.
Listen, if you want to watch something, you can watch stuff, okay? For most people, though, I try to explain this stuff to my wife all the time. Hey, all you got to do is X, Y, and she's like, no, I can't do that.
Sometimes it's a lot of work for people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I feel where you're coming from, so,
Yeah, and then like the other thing is internet subscription costs. Is it really worth not getting cable with internet? Because the prices nowadays, they're almost the same, So why not get the cable if you're going to get? Because I'm paying about roughly $114, $125 for FiOS, and I have 25 over 25. 125. Sorry, 125. 125 over 125. Plus I got premium channels bundled in, and I'm also on no contract. But if I were to get rid of that, I would have to spend a separate $100 just for the internet alone. I'm only spending $25 technically just for having cable and premium channels included. Is it really worth it at the end of the day? I don't know. I don't feel like HBO's, now I feel like great service, not so good of a great price. It doesn't match their content. Game of Thrones is cool, but is Game of Thrones worth $15 a month? No.
No, not when you can. Yeah, not when you can.
Not when you can watch it. When you can watch it, no, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly not. I don't even think HBO is $15 a month for cable.
I don't think it is either. I think it's like $6 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you can just, if you have HBO cable, you can get HBO Go for free, which you can just Chromecast, which is what I do.
Exactly. I feel like this one, and Apple, of course, taking advantage of, because everyone knew HBO was going to go cutting the cord from their cable company soon. So this was an obvious move for Apple to make. And just people who are out there living, yes, as of right now, it's only for Apple devices. But
exclusive
for Apple devices right now. Yeah. But there's a press release sometime in Q3 that's going to allow Xbox and PCs and probably other devices to have HBO Now. If you want HBO Now.
People who have PCs and Xboxes and Android phones, they're already watching HBO shows.
but wait, you said Q3 I can watch it on my PS4, but I'm missing all of Season 5 of Game of Thrones.
Right.
So I might as well just go buy a $60 Apple TV and watch Game of Thrones.
Or you go to your favorite people and click
No, not me. I'm talking about, me as average Joe Schmo.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to miss Season 5.
So, Greg, do you have any of the Apple TV or any of the Roku's or Nexus Play or anything like that?
I'm going to be that guy.
Oh,
yeah.
It seems like I'm that guy a lot, huh?
You are that. I'm still calling you Grant that guy.
Because you're not, I don't think you're worried about all the, you like to go outside and have fun.
I like to get that stuff. I want to show you something real quick. This is this thing I carry around my pocket, and it shows what kind of status I have in this society. I can't buy this stuff. I'm broke, man. And so when it comes to something, you gotta put your priorities first,
Yeah.
Our payments. So if I figure that some of the stuff that I can do online, whether it's like watching shows, I can just do it on the internet. But that doesn't mean I don't want it.
So what I'm going to do, Grant, I'm going to give you an imaginary $150, right? And that right there, and you're putting that specifically to buy a streaming device. You have with you, your options are the Apple TV, and you have the Google Nexus player. All right?
Those two?
Those are your, okay, or maybe you can add in the Roku, right? So you have Roku and Fire TV. All right, okay, my fault, you have everything, okay?
Everything, thank you.
You have everything. You have all the options, okay? And I'm going to give all of you guys $150, all right? And I'm going to start with Grant. With your $150, Grant, which device are you going to get to be your main living room device? Keep in mind, you don't have anything, no game consoles. All you have is a computer.
Oh, I know what I'm getting.
All right, all you have is a computer and your TV. You have internet. You have cable. All right. I'm just giving you $150 to get a streaming device to be your multimedia center.
Well, here's what I want you to do.
And why?
Give me like maybe one sentence or maybe 1 to 2 sentence explanation of what each one can do. Because, honestly, I've been shopping around for one. I know Chromecast can do some things that Apple can't. I want you to. This will also help some of the viewers watching note some of the differences and similarities between the different streaming devices.
All right, so without going into too much, because I want everyone
very short.
To form their own opinion. The Apple TV is running on Apple's. It's essentially the Apple ecosystem, iOS on your TV.
Right.
It's iOS for your TV.
So it's only Apple.
You have Apple apps, which is a lot. You have access to plenty of different media streaming services. You have all the different Netflix, Hulu, HBO, and right now you have HBO Go. That's optional.
Is that only exclusive to Apple TVs?
Right now, HBO Now is only exclusive to Apple TVs.
I mean, the actual dongle, the actual Apple.
Yeah, the device itself.
Well, that would be one of my determining factors because I have a Vizio TV. That wouldn't work. So that would probably be out of the way for that one.
No. Apple TV can work with other TVs.
Yeah,
but you can only get HBO on Apple TV.
Gotcha. Then you have and then you can play games on them because you have Bluetooth. You can put a Bluetooth controller to both of them. They both work on Wi-Fi. Neither of them have Ethernet. And so it's a wireless device that's going to do everything. It's kind of like putting a tablet to your TV. And that's what you got. $150. Go.
I'll probably go with the other one.
And which one is the other one?
Not the Apple one. The
Roku.
Name slipped out of my tongue. What was it?
Yeah, Chromecast. Roku.
Yes,
yeah,
Chromecast.
Amazon. Okay.
And besides, you showed me Chromecast when I went to your house. You showed me some of the stuff you could do, how you could stream the desktop to your TV.
Oh wait, you guys live in the same area?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You guys are like neighbors or something?
Close enough. We grew up together.
Yeah, it's a bop, but it's doable.
Cool.
I would go with Chromecast.
So you would pocket the rest of the change and spend $35 for the Chromecast.
Probably.
Okay. But
I know there's other people that disagree with that, but that's just me.
No, look, I'm with you, man. Look, I'll take the $150. I would grab 2 Chromecasts, maybe 3. Like right now, currently, I have one on every TV in my house, right?
The question was living room entertainment, living room.
Well, I got one in the bedroom too, and one in my kids' room.
You don't have a bedroom in this scenario.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I would have got the Chromecast, and this is the reason why. Because the Chromecast can stream anything, right? So I'm not limited to X, Y, and Z. It can stream anything. So I'm going with that one.
Okay. Keon, my man. Google.
I am taking that $150. I'm giving you a great handshake. Thank you for the money. I'm going to add 50 of my own dollars and buy an NVIDIA Shield. And I'm buying an NVIDIA Shield because that
works.
That works. Yeah, I forgot all about that one. Go ahead.
That is great. It does everything Chromecast does and more. And that's what that $50 for. It's for the and more that I kind of like.
Okay. So you give me the NVIDIA Shield player, right?
No, it's the NVIDIA Shield. It's the Shield.
The Shield. See,
NVIDIA Shield.
And their names. They're just as bad as Apple.
What?
Dude, they have the Shield tablet. The Shield, which is the portable one, which is called the Shield, right?
No, it's called the Shield Portable. You had it right.
It was now chip, but it was called the Shield before, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You can't be stuck with things like that.
And then they have something called a Shield Grid.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the Grid is where you can play all the games from their servers.
Oh, okay.
You gotta.
Y'all need to stay up. Y'all need to stay up.
I got you. I bet. Okay.
I would pass it to Phil, but I'm sorry, viewers. Phil, his Wi-Fi dropped him. He has that quote-unquote Theos.
He said he got that video.
He said he got that Theos. So,
I'm about to pull a Phil on you guys too.
Oh,
At 10 o'clock, but you know what? I really enjoy talking about this, and we definitely will do more.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. So Phil, he's not here, so I'm sure that next time, Grant just left. So I'm sorry, guys, viewers. Grant, he didn't give a formal goodbye, so goodbye on behalf of Grant.
He just like dipped, like DIP. You know.
And he's back. Yeah, my bad. I ended the call before I left. What I was going to say is before I leave, not after, what were some of the things you guys want to go over? Just real quick. I wanted to see what I was missing.
Okay. So it was my turn now for what I was going to pick. Because Phil ain't here, but I'm sure Phil will pick Apple TV because he's a mainstream person. But Phil with me, I'll go the Nexus player. And why? Because I get to save. I won't get to save any money. I use the $50 for the controller, and I have $100 for the device. It does everything the Chromecast does and more. And it has great specs. Now, the Shield tablet is, it's
not the tablet, the Shield.
The Shield portable streaming device.
Hey, Javon, like a not so wise man named Keon once said, and more doesn't apply to everybody. I don't need more. I need to stream just everything.
I need more. Right, so. I need to be stimulated, like Cedric tells me.
I like the Nexus player. I like the form factor. I like the remote. Everything. So I feel like I would use 150. And that's what that'll be my everything media hub. So yeah,
it works.
And viewers, also, if you guys want to go ahead and leave in the comments, what would you guys choose if I gave you guys $153? No, you can't leave with the money. All right. So $152.
Cut my TV.
What if somebody put Direct TV in?
Keep the money, pay some bills.
Oh man, so.
I think, Grant, we're just going to, wrap up the whole show. I don't know if we're going to do anything major.
There's nothing else. That's all really Apple talked about. I think that was really it. They talked over Apple TV, Apple Watch, the MacBook, and, geez, man, that's kind of it. And so, that was the Spring Forward event. Yeah. I guess, I don't know, you guys feel like there was something missing for this event? You feel like
actual, really relevant technology? Yeah, like
Knowing Apple, this is almost what I fully expected. Some refresh stuff, talked about what the rumors were, the watches. In about 3 months, they're going to have their developer conference when they might talk about a new operating system. Kind of hope they don't, but again, I would always love to use a new operating system. And then in the fall, they're going to say, here's the iPad, maybe the iPad Pro, here's the iPhone 6s or 7, whatever. We went back down to 4 inches, blah, blah, blah. So Apple has they have the thing, so I was kind of expecting it. I don't know. I'm kind of a nerd, as you guys can tell, so I kind of watch these things.
Hey, man, I'm right here with you. You took everything I was going to say, man. I feel like that's what I expect from Apple later on this year, just to kind of go over the iPhone 6, refresh. I do expect a smaller iPhone. I'm still expecting a bigger iPad, but I feel like maybe not now that the MacBook is here. It's essentially a glorified iPad with a non-touch screen display and a keyboard attached. So I don't know. Maybe we're not going to see the iPad Pro anymore. Maybe this is.
You can save money by buying an iPad and a keyboard.
You heard it first from Smart Guyz. I'll tell you that. I guess that's about it, man. Let's go ahead and check here, see if we have any Q&A. I have not been checking Q&A all today, so.
Well, I don't even know how.
Let me go ahead and double check. That's a small talk for the meantime while I look, so I don't seem unprofessional.
Speaking of smart, I know you guys talk about games a lot. I got a new game today, Devil May Cry.
The definitive.
Yeah.
I can't see definitive editions of anything.
Oh, dude. This defines Devil May Cry. If you didn't know what it was, play this version. That's basically what they're saying.
I see. I know you guys are busy and all, but if you guys could do me a favor and go download my mixtape real quick, I'd appreciate that. But it is hot though. It is hot though.
Word.
No, I don't actually have a mixtape. This is actually a prop I was using for Vine.
That's not you? That's
No.
not. Oh man, I thought that was you.
Come on now. There's only like one white rapper that can pull off rapping. That's Eminem. Okay.
Yes.
I thought he was gonna say Malcolm more for a minute. I was gonna stab him.
It's Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice is
Exactly, man.
the definitive rapper.
Oh man. So we have a live question here,
Word.
and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. But while this is pulling up, I'm also getting another one sent directly from a Hangout. I guess the person did not know how to leave a live question. So while I'm going to get this one from the Hangout, let's go ahead and let our viewers know a little bit more about Smart Guyz and what you guys all have to offer.
Word. Can you take it up?
Oh, really? Really? Okay, cool. So Smart Guyz is a tech podcast, much like Chill Tech, except like we're not so chill, right? It's more of a debate show between me and Keon for the most part, right? We have varying points of view, right, which a lot of people find entertaining, right? You know, and, so we talk about mainly tech. We don't really do the whole video game and all that stuff. But we mainly talk about tech stuff and that kind of thing, right? So and it's a project that we have been talking about for a while, and we finally executed it about a month ago, right?
Flawlessly.
Yeah, so
Flawless.
And I say that we have errors like every episode, but it's okay.
Right. But it's a cool place to hang out. If you're chilling on a Wednesday night, man, you just want to hang out with some friends, man. That's where we at. 10:30 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time. The only Standard Time.
So here, I got our first question here, and it is from Danny. I don't know who Danny is.
Danny Almendarez.
Almendarez, yes, Danny, that's our boy.
The question is, why is the MacBook price so high?
Because it's from Apple. I don't know.
Is that I don't understand.
There's a more simple.
Me and Ken had the same. We knew.
Explanation. Because it's made by Apple, and Apple clearly thinks that you guys are idiots, right? And
That's not the reason. It's because Apple knows they know that people will buy it.
Yeah, they don't feel like you are idiots. They know you're idiots.
That clearly we think that you're idiots. That's the nice way of saying it, Ken. We're saying the same thing.
I feel like people like the financing team of Apple say, "What's too high? Oh, $2,000. Okay, let's do like $100 less." Yeah, because I think they want that like slide, like short amount of doubt, and then they tell you it's beautiful though, and you're like, you know what, it is beautiful.
To be honest, like I seriously believe that they can put any price tag they want on anything that they make, and they will still sell it. I believe it. I think they will. They may not be able to sell as many if the price is too crazy, but people will still buy. Like I'm telling you, you're gonna see when does the watch come out, Keon?
April 24th.
Right. Watch how many we sell. Right. Just watch. Just watch how many we sell.
You think we're gonna get any in besides the sport edition?
I don't know. Don't really care. I just want to make my revenue. That's all I want.
So the next question we have here is from Priscilla. She says, "I have small wrists. The Apple Watch seems too expensive, but Android Wear seems too big.
I like Priscilla already."
Wait. Can I say this? I didn't say this. I was thinking this earlier. The Apple has defined their two watches: a female and a male edition. The female, the slimmer one, is 38 millimeters, and the male, the bigger one, is 42 millimeters. People complain about the Moto 360 being too big. One I have on my wrist right now, it's 22 millimeters. This is half the size of the male one, so.
And I can tell you that Moto 360,
all of them,
it's a little too small for me. I mean, I can barely put
Yeah,
one.
the wrist part is too small for me. I tried to put 160 on it. It was just too small.
Some of you guys with like the gorilla hands, you're going to need the Apple Watch. But me and Grant and Priscilla, we got to have Android Wear.
Oh, you mean?
I got female hands?
So which watch would you recommend for Priscilla?
Priscilla, you're going to need something Android Wear or Pebble. And no, Grant, I was saying that we have like Big Mac hands, but they have like McDonald's, like the whole restaurant hands. This is great.
reminds me of that one Burger King commercial. He's like holding up his burger, like the Whopper. He's like, I got tiny hands.
Whopper Junior hands.
Yeah, that's it.
No. Yeah, Priscilla, you're just gonna need the Apple Watch. If it's correct on these measurements, it's just gonna be too big for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go like 10 minutes ago. Hey, gentlemen, it was nice talking to you.
Peace out, Grant.
Yeah.
Hey, see you later.
See you, bud.
So let me guess. You can't change the bands on them.
You can change the bands, but they're still gonna be the same size.
Oh no, I'm saying you can't use a custom band. Like one that you have in your mom's basement.
Yeah, it still has to be the same size.
Okay, that's fair.
You can make it look any way you want to, but it still has to be 38 millimeters or 42 millimeters or nanometers or whatever it's called.
Whatever. I'm not feeling it.
So as we go ahead and wrap up here, guys.
Yeah.
If you like what you see here, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
I got a soundtrack play. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You need that soundtrack.
Before you start your speech. All right. Go. There you go. Go ahead. I'm gonna bring the bottom down. Go ahead.
Yo, check it out. So what we have here, if you guys like what we do, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you don't like what we do, go ahead and give us a thumbs down, and then click it again and make it a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Because we try hard for you guys, and subscribe if you want to see more content. We do podcasts, we do gaming, we do walkthroughs, gaming reviews, we do movie reviews, we do tech related videos. Sometimes we do tech review devices and stuff. So go ahead and check us out. And we have a direct audio version of this podcast. And so if you go over to Spreaker.com, Spreaker with an R. I always get it wrong myself, but it's Spreaker with an R. .com, and there's also a Spreaker app where you can download our podcast, and you go ahead and type in Chill Tech and look for us. And so is Smart Guyz. Smart Guyz is in Spreaker also. So follow us on Google+. The links will be in below. And then
and Twitter.
And Twitter. Oh yeah, and the Twitter people. You can go ahead. There'll be links on below for Twitter and other Google+ accounts and stuff for Smart Guyz as well. Yeah, guys. My name is Jerome LeBlanc, and with me earlier was Phil and Grant, but they already ran off. Phil with his Theo's connection, and Grant had things to do. Yeah. And I'm with Keon and Q from Smart Guyz. I thank you guys so much for being a part of this podcast, man.
Hey, how did you feel? Being in the presence of Smart Guyz, man.
Hey, I tell you this, man. It's been an honor. It's been an honor hooking with you guys, man, and doing this podcast. And we have plenty more content from us together coming up in the near future. This is a partnership.
Like simulcast and dual cast and multi-cast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got plans. We got some plans.
Yeah, man. So definitely, like I said, if you want to see more of us and more Smart Guyz, go ahead and give both of us a subs, because we're gonna bring you content together. That's how we do it. The YouTube community is tight.
Yes.
So, guys, we are Chill Tech, and this has been episode 3 of the podcast. Stay tuned for episode 4 coming soon. We'll see you. Hey.